All right, we're recording. We're live. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, so we are here with Mike and Michelle Satowski. They have been members of, well, formerly SYR CrossFit, now F13 Performance. So I've been First 13 Athletics for the past, it'll be 6 years this summer.
Wow.
So, yeah, 6 years. We've, been doing this for a while now. We've never sat down with anybody and talked about our growth and where we came from. We market, we sell, we promote, we never tell our story. So I'm always one on camera. I'm always the one out there. I'm always one on social media kind of promoting our business. So the goal is today is to get the word from someone besides me, someone that's lived on the other side of the business, not running it, but experiencing it day to day. So with Mike and Michelle being with us as a couple for the last 5 or 6 years, and their son comes to the gym. I want to let everybody know out there what it's like to experience our facility, what it's like to experience what we do at F13 Performance. So, Mike, Michelle, if you want to start, how'd you find us? Where'd you come from? When did you start? Let's start back then. Tell us about your first day, first month, first experience with us.
Actually, we started by Michelle bought me a 10 card or 10 punch card.
Yeah.
Or what are those cards called?
Yeah, 10 class punch card. You got it.
Right. For my birthday. So it happened, I stopped in the gym once and took a look around, and it was pretty intriguing. And Michelle bought me that card. And
she's trying to get you to lose weight or what?
Yeah, must have been. Either that or get me out of the house.
It was the post-baby weight he needed to lose.
Yeah, the baby that you had, yeah.
Yep, so Michelle got pregnant, and like a good husband, I gained all the weight for her.
Attaboy.
So I put on 50 pounds during Michelle's pregnancy. And so she bought me this punch card, and, I went through that punch card in, I don't know, a week and a half or so. And, I was hooked. It was just, loud music, intense workeds, camaraderie. It was just a recipe for success, and it was somewhere that you automatically wanted to be at. You wanted to be a part of it. So I went through that punch card really fast. Then I came like twice a week, 3 times a week, and I just couldn't get enough. Now it's been 5 to 6 times a week for probably the last, if you're there 6 years, probably 5 years and 9 months.
Yeah. So you coming in as a beginner, loud music, intense workouts, exciting and actually more difficult environment to walk into as someone that's new. How did you feel walking into that environment?
I think it was extremely easy and welcoming to walk into that environment. More so than when I would go to a traditional gym. I always thought it was pretty cool how, like I said, the workouts were completely different than anything I've ever done before. So I was the last one finished in just about everything. And, even though I was the last one, you still had people at the end wanting you to do better, which you don't really experience that a whole lot in a Globo gym or a traditional gym.
Right.
You walk into that environment and you're being sized up. Nobody wants you to get a step ahead of them. Where at SYR or F13 now, it's just nothing like that. Everybody wants you to succeed. And if you could do something better than somebody, everybody's all for that. They just want you to be, the best that you can be.
That's awesome. Michelle, your first experience, tell us about it.
Well, Mike started going and he was hooked very quickly. I was doing like a cardio kickboxing type class a few days a week. So he convinced me, he's like, you gotta try it. And I was hesitant at first. So I tried it. I did it 2 days a week for quite a few months. And my first experience, I went in on a Saturday and everyone was so welcoming and like genuinely warm and introduced themselves. It was actually really nice because, you go to like my cardio kickboxing class, you just literally show up at the time that the class starts, you do the class and you leave. Nobody talks to each other. This was the complete opposite. And so did that a couple days a week along with my cardio kickboxing, and then started doing less cardio kickboxing and more at CrossFit.
Right.
Went from 2 times a week to 3 times a week to then unlimited.
Nice. And now you're on our individual design programming, which we will jump into further down the conversation, because that comes a lot later in the life cycle of what's going on there. So you're in your first year or so. I remember vividly, Mike, we did our thing called the Crush, our one time a year competition. And I think the first one we ever hosted, you won?
No.
Did you win scale? You won something, didn't you?
I think that was the second year.
The second year? There you go.
The second year I won scaled.
Yep.
The first year, I think, I don't remember the month it was in, but I think I started in like June or July.
Right. We always hosted that in the fall, those first couple of years when we scheduled our year and our training around the Open at that time.
Right.
The Open was in the winter, so we prepped for the Open. We did the Crush January and then Open February.
Yeah. So I was only there, the first one I was only there a few months. And I remember I ended up signing up for the Crush, and it was a lot of fun, but I was in the RX, division.
Yeah.
And man, it was brutal, but the experience was still awesome. But so the following year I backed down. I ended up where I should have been in the scale division. Did very well. And then eventually when I got older, I also went into the Masters 40 plus division and, also won that one year. So
look at you. And those all the medals behind you, are those yours or are those Jackson's?
They're
those
Jackson's.
are Jackson's.
But yeah, we have our trophies up on the mantle and
we actually
else.
have them over there.
Well, so, speaking of like competitions and trophies, like Michelle, like no one wants to compete more than you.
I know.
Like did you come in that way? I can't remember that far back, like 6 years. I don't remember you being that way when you first came in.
No, I wasn't competitive. And back when I was in high school, I played a little bit of sports. I did track for a year, played volleyball for 1 year, but I didn't enjoy it because I wasn't overly competitive. I don't know where the competitiveness came from.
No, she is competitive because even at home, if I said, hey, I did this, Michelle will say, well, I did that twice last week. So, or, hey, I'm doing this. Well, good, because I did this 3 times, or I did it faster. I do that every day. So Michelle is very competitive.
Okay.
She just doesn't realize it. So,
all right. So now, we just help give her another avenue to be competitive.
Right. She has an outlet. She has a more productive outlet to let all that out.
Right. And like Mike, a little bit on the other spectrum, like you compete sometimes, but you don't do all the competitions that Michelle does. Like Michelle wants to compete every time she sees something pop up on Facebook, she wants to sign up for it.
I know.
So, what's your thoughts on competition, Mike? You like to do them for fun every now and then, but it's not as intense as Michelle, if I'm right.
Yeah, I mean, competing's a blast. It's fun getting out there, with your friends that also competing. If it's a partner competition or a team competition, it's just a great experience to get out there and kind of put out there what you've been working on for the last months or years or whatever it may be. But even if it's just to go watch, I like going to competitions, watching, cheering on everybody that we work out with every day. But yeah, Michelle's a different breed. She'll compete in anything.
It's funny with you two, like you guys are a little more competitive, especially Michelle, and then Mike within the class. You come in and look at the whiteboard and see scores and like, all right, I want to try to beat Kevin or beat someone that's up there. But if you look at our demographic, I'd say 20% are competitive. The other 80 are not. Would that be right, or do you think that's different?
That's probably about right.
I think we probably have a bigger percentage of people that are competitive.
Yeah, you think so?
Maybe. Although I'm not a numbers guy.
well, that's Michelle who owns a business about the numbers stuff.
I think that's about right.
Looking at our classes and coaching them all throughout the days. There's 30 people went and did Asbury last year, 33, whatever you recruited there, Mike. So out of 200 people, 30 of them are competitive, right?
And out of those ones, some of them were forced to compete.
Because Mike is the best salesman I've ever met.
Oh, so relentless pressure. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So first year, you guys dove in, started 2-3 times a week, went to 5 times a week. Now you guys live there as much as I'm there. I see you guys. I guess this whole virus thing is weird. I see you guys every day, normally.
Right.
Now I haven't seen you guys in 2 weeks.
No.
Besides in the passing somewhere to come to visit your store, Michelle, at Subway, or Mike stopping by when I'm, dropping things off at the gym. This whole thing is pretty surreal. Not seeing you guys every day, it's like not seeing family.
I know it is. It's almost like we don't see our family every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see you guys, the people at the gym and yourself included, more than a lot of people, more than people I work with, more than a lot of family.
Yeah.
Truly, except my immediate family, with like Michelle and the kids, I see you guys more than most people.
Yeah.
So this changed quite a bit. But really, like even not going, it's just the biggest change I think is just like mental health. Like that's, for me, I go immediately after work and that's my release valve. It just wipes the day clean. So that's the biggest adjustment that I'm making right now. I can't wait to get back there.
Yeah. I think Michelle, with your, the stress you have right now as a business owner and that kind of stuff, like I'm still sending you your individual designed workouts every day or, every week.
Right.
But like you said, you're finding it tough to find motivation to get them done. So when you're at the gym, even though you're doing your own thing that's made specifically for you, like Mike does a class, you do your individual stuff. We'll talk about that in a minute. You still struggle with motivation on your own.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's so hard. It's a totally different atmosphere. I'm in a tiny little garage right now. Yeah. I don't have people around me pushing themselves, working. So it's tough to just go and find that motivation just to do it all by myself in a tiny little space, with very limited equipment.
Right. Yeah. It's tough that even though you're doing your own individual program each day you come in, you still have the environment, the family or community. Like,
yeah.
I feel like everybody talks community, everybody, says family and hashtags it all over their Instagrams and Facebooks and all that stuff, and says we build a community. And, I've talked to marketers about, some people say your community, it's just a sales thing. It's bullshit. Walk in our doors. There is nothing bullshit about our family or about our community. Like we just said, we see each other every day. I see my wife, I see my daughter, and I see you guys. I see the people that come to our gym every day. That's community. That's family, if you ask me. It's not where you guys come in, you do your workout and go home, you get a pump and leave. There's interaction prior to. There's actually interaction post. There's interaction throughout the workout, throughout the class, throughout your time there. That helps build that, friendship, family kind of thing. Like, I know that's what I found attractive about the whole group setting. I mean, what's the community and family like for you guys? What's it mean to you guys?
Oh, it's it's everything. It just, there's that element of suffering through a workout with a group, not by yourself. Or even if like Michelle's doing her own thing, she's still with people around, and other people may not be doing what she's doing, but that doesn't stop them from wanting her to succeed or do better. Or, if she's struggling, somebody could be across the room doing something completely different. But there's never a lack of motivation coming from other members. And the environment, you just can't replicate that environment. I'm fortunate to have access to a full gym right now, but I gotta tell you, everything feels heavier. Everything's heavier. You just can't replicate the environment. No matter how hard you try, no matter how loud you put the music, no matter what you think of beforehand, you just can't replicate the energy and the environment inside your four walls.
Michelle, how do you feel about the community there?
Yeah, I feel the exact same way. There's just like this energy while you're there. It's like a positive energy that comes from everybody. I mean, you might have a day that you just don't really feel like working out, and you step foot in there and you have people who kind of give you that little push or that motivation, and it gets you through, and then you walk out feeling like a completely different person. Mindset, just physically, mentally, everything. And I have made, I feel like, stronger bonds with some of the people in the gym than I have with some of my extended family members. You know, I feel closer and more kind of like a family with people there than I do with some of my extended family members.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't have my wife Meredith has a huge extended family. They're so close. I've never seen a family as close as they are. And I haven't experienced that. I have a smaller family, kind of spread out. We don't see each other much. So the gym and people there have become my family. Like, who do I go out with? Who do we spend holidays with? Every Thanksgiving, what do you do? The first Thanksgiving morning, all I think about is that workout in the morning.
Yeah.
There's turkey later, but there's going to be 60 people at the gym getting after it for an hour and a half that morning. You know, then Christmas Eve, the 12 days of Christmas workout, all that stuff that we do, you know, Murph Day and the special events and the competitions and even the everyday stuff. Like, if I don't have that, like I'm dealing with my own, you know, mental struggles and depressions and fights right now because I don't have that place either. I don't have you guys to vent to every day and talk to and interact with. So it's crazy how much that community means and how much more I realize it now that I can't have it every day.
Mm-hmm.
I counted on it a lot more than I realized.
Yeah, this whole situation, I think, will end up creating a whole new level of appreciation for even myself. You know, it's just, that was a part of my routine every day. So I'd get off at work at 4 o'clock and I'd come to your place at 4:15 or 4:15, and that was just my day. So all my days right now, you know, it just feels incomplete. You know, you complete me.
Oh, Mike. How much tequila do you have, man?
Oh, well, but you know, as cliche as it sounds, like, you know, we talk about family and community and stuff. You know, I tell everybody that I try and get to come in and try it. Like, it's just walking through those doors is you know, there's nothing like it. You know.
So I start my work day every day. The minute I get in my car to start my work day, I already start counting down the time until I can come into the gym. And I figure if I can just make it through to 3 p.m., I'm set. No matter how bad the day gets, I'm like, I just have to make it to 3 and I'm all good. And it's almost like you walk through the door and just a weight comes off your shoulders. You just, because you're around people that you love, you know, you like, seriously, like everyone is like my family.
That's great. Yeah, that's why one of the reasons I want to get you guys on here is because you guys are like family to me, and it means so much to have you guys express that. You know, let everybody understand, like, when we say community and we talk community and family, like it's not a joke. It's not a sales gimmick. It's not a facade. It's as real as it gets.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's weird that happens. And even Jackson, you know, he's 8 now. He's been in your gym since he's 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
You know, that's crazy. He's had a gym membership longer than most adults.
Well, everybody has those gym memberships, but no one actually goes. They just, you know, donate their money to LA Fitness and Planet Fitness and all those places.
But, you know, it's crazy because, you know, there's times where before school or before bed, you know, he'll say like, hey, I gotta do a workout quick. Or, you know, he'll be doing something and I'll be like, where did you see that? And he'll say, oh, I saw Coach Matt doing it. Or, you know, so-and-so, or it's just crazy. But you know, what's awesome about that too, is even when there's not kids classes going on and he's just there watching or waiting for us to get finished with our workout, he's surrounded by like-minded people that are there trying to improve themselves, positive people. You know, it's a good, positive environment to, you know, for him to see and witness and observe and see everybody just trying to do their best at whatever they're doing at that time.
And the support too.
Yeah, and the support. I mean,
and the positiveness.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what else could you want your kids to be around, you know, during crazy, you know, the crazy world we live in right now?
Yeah, it's scary. I mean, my daughter's only 3.5. She'll be 4 this summer. Like, it's weird to think like what she's gonna be exposed to throughout her life, and the gym is someplace. You know, you look at Jackson. Sometimes he hangs out. He's on the couches watching what's going on, and sometimes he looks a little bored hanging out there while you guys are getting your workout done. but he talks to everybody. Everybody says hi to Jackson. Everybody knows Jackson, and then he gets his workout in, and he does his double unders and pull-ups. I think he can do more pull-ups than I can. So he has better toes than what Mike does.
And me.
And even the times where he seems bored or he's just hanging out, like, they're always watching, they're always listening.
Yep.
So they watch. They for sure watch. So
yeah, I love having him there. It's amazing to see him grow up.
Yeah, I'm glad he's watching. Watching people work hard and just struggle through a workout, and I think it's great. It's a great place for him to be.
That's awesome. So let's move on from some of the sappy stuff before we start crying. Let's talk about, so Mike, I'd say it's a year and a half now, or 2 years, a year and a half now, we started talking about individual design programming. Individual design programming is you do a consultation with an individual and make programs specific to them. We offer this opportunity to everybody. Mike's like, nope, I love my class setting. That's why we're doing both. For people like you, we're like, love that class setting, love working out in a group, love the interaction, I guess, or suffering through something with people at the same time doing the same movements. Like, tell me why, Mike, you like the class setting so much more, and then Michelle, we're gonna jump over to you with the individual stuff.
I think it's just, I'm a people person. I'm a pack animal.
Mm-hmm.
I like to be around people. I like working in that group environment that, we're all doing the same thing. We're all pushing each other. We all want each other to get through it, make it through it, do the best that we can. Just that level of support. Maybe too many conversations beforehand, during, and after. I'm a talker, so that certainly played a role in it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not a legitimate role, but it certainly played a role.
Yeah.
Just really that aspect of it. And I know the benefits of, just seeing Michelle do her own thing and the improvements, many improvements that she has made. But, I'm a pack animal.
But I think you with the classes, Joe, you still see growth and improvements and changes, and your weights go up, you get better at pull-ups,
sure.
Gymnastic stuff all improves. Like the athlete you were even a year ago to the athlete you are now, it's insane.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I look at like the scores on a board where, you kind of hung in the middle for a while, and now it's like people come to the gym and look at the scores on a board. There's like 5 or 6 people that they look at to chase, and you're one of them. Like there's you, there's Kevin, there's 40, there's some of our studs that everybody looks at and tries to catch them. Well, Mike, you're on the list now in the classes. You're there.
If you could just convince Michelle that I'm somewhat of a stud. Because Michelle still says, like, if I do well, Michelle says, oh, I wonder what's wrong with so-and-so. He must not be feeling well today, or I wonder, if his legs are sore or something. But so
yeah. No, Mike, you're good. So on the other spectrum, Michelle, we offered the individual stuff. We offered to everybody. You were one of the. We have almost 60 people doing it now, either in the gym or outside the gym. Yeah, between myself, Matt, and Amanda, there's about 60 people doing individual stuff. You were one of the first. So what made you want to try it and now stick with it for almost a year? It'll be a year pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to give it a try because I do have a lot of weaknesses that I felt like were kind of stagnant. I wasn't getting any better at certain things. So I thought, well, I'll give this a shot. And in the back of my mind, I thought, I'm going to give it like a month because I don't think I'm going to like it. And I'm going to want to go back to class because I really do enjoy the class. I like to compete against people, of course. So I got hooked because I started seeing progress like quickly. In classes, I was making progress, but doing the individualized where we were focusing more on my weaknesses, it was amazing like how fast I was seeing things happen. And so I almost got more addicted to that. And my fear was, well, what if I go back to class? Will I still be able to compete? And I am. So every once in a while, you let me do a class and I'm able to keep up with everybody. So that fear of, oh, shoot, I'm going to lose that, that's gone.
Awesome. Yeah, it's it's so funny how I actually did the individual stuff myself. I came, I did classes and I programmed myself and I followed templated shit. Now I'm doing my individual stuff. And it's funny how coaches, even my coach, or hopefully what I'm doing for you, can find those weaknesses and then pinpoint them and then make them improve at such an exponential level.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating sometimes. I know you get frustrated with me. I know I make you do stuff you don't want to do. but you can't say it doesn't work.
I was kind of cursing you out a little bit today too.
Oh yeah?
Well, one, the bike. I curse you out every Monday with that damn bike.
The bike is great.
And I always tell myself, there's no way I'm going to keep this pace for every single round. There's no way. And somehow I do it. I don't know how, but.
You do it. I know where to put, like, as, from knowing you for so long and then working with you now and watching your programming, we as coaches know where to push you. We know where to find that fine, like, you walk that fine line of like, all right, Michelle might break right about here, so let's just stop right here. Like there's the day where you tried to short yourself on the rowing and Mike ratted you out.
I know.
Well, again, I could tell her to get on the rower and she'll tell me somewhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
You tell her to get on the rower and she gets on the rower.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, she's paying me, so she has to listen, I guess. It'd be a waste of money if she didn't.
Right.
No, it's funny that the coach client relationship stuff. It's different. It's cool. So it's crazy to see how you guys have grown throughout the years. What do you see? So this individual stuff came on last year. It's been a change. We added it in. We reorganized the entire gym to allow classes to have the front half more or less, and individuals to have the back half. We added more equipment, kind of spaced it out. Year one, the gym looked very, very different. Mm-hmm. Every year we've added to it. Now where we're at now, how do you feel? There's been a lot of change. Mike, you hate change. You are scared shitless of change. I know this. Every time I try to change something, I have an individual conversation with you before I do it because I know you don't like it.
I appreciate it.
I know. I'm looking out for you. But it's been a lot of change. It's been a crazy year. It's been a big evolution this past year. How do you feel? Are we still okay? Does the gym still feel good? We still have the community aspect, even though there's individual stuff going on. Talk about it.
There's some days I'm good with the change. All the changes that you made, I'm all right with. So
okay, as long as you're okay.
Continue. Eventually, we'll get to the point where we don't have to have these like pre-conversations of the change, pre-approval meetings. But some days with everything that's going on in there, between all of the individualized athletes, the classes, kids class, the Oli people, just everything. It's just amazing that, I guess we're fortunate to have a really big space, but it's just like, sometimes it's just organized chaos in there. And it's just really cool to see everything going on and different people working on different things. And it's just really cool. All the changes, I mean, it's definitely progress. Everything that has occurred has been progress, and everything's worked really well.
How you feel, Michelle?
I'm okay with change. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah, because it's evolved. I mean, there used to be one rig in the middle of the room. There's a couple bars and a couple rowers and some medicine balls and kettlebells in the corner. Yeah. Now there's sandbags and only platforms and only plates and kilograms and 3 different rigs. There's thousands upon thousands of pounds of weights, 3 different dumbbells racks, a whole tiered rack of kettlebells and medicine balls and whatever else we threw in there. Like it's throwing a lot more shit in there. C2 bikes, skiers, a whole bunch of assault bikes, which I still think we need more of.
Yeah, everything. I mean, it's just great,
It's evolved. It's evolved a lot, and you guys have been through all the changes, the ebbs and flows. Because it's definitely there's been peaks and valleys throughout the last 6 years, as in any business and any growth and shrink point. Like obviously this is a valley, We're going downhill a little bit now with this breaking stuff, but we're trying to move more to, a bunch of online options now and Zoom classes and online programming and My Ugly Mug on YouTube every day. So, so the next step, next evolution, is there somewhere you'd like to see the place go or anything more you like added or changed? Unless I'm putting you on a spot with that question.
I don't know if I'm the person to ask what to add. Because, I just, I rely on you. I mean, I feel like you've surpassed what I could have ever hoped for there. With what we need, I come in there, you tell me what to do. I do it the best I can. I use what you tell me to use, and, I have complete trust in what you tell me to do there and why. So, I mean, even though I don't like change, I trust the changes that you make. I still do like to know about them prior to.
I got you. I won't let you hang. Don't worry.
I just don't like to walk in the door and colors are different or the rig's moved or.
You helped move the rig. You didn't do the best job, but you helped move.
Yeah. You messed that up somehow, didn't you?
Yeah, I was a few inches short on the rig.
Oh man. Anything new for you, Michelle? Anything you like to see change or evolve? Like,
I'm happy with everything as it is and as it's changing.
Okay, because I'm okay with criticism. I'm okay with new ideas.
Yeah. No, I feel like all the improvements have been great improvements and quickly too.
Yeah.
As soon as something new comes out, it seems like you're on top of it, and you had like the assault bikes. You started with one, then we had many, and it just. I mean, I feel like the way that you're growing has really worked.
Yeah, I like change. I get real bored real easy. So sorry, Mike.
Yeah, I'm kind of like you. I get bored easy too.
Yeah.
I just like to know what's coming.
I got you. I've always told you. I always will. Don't worry. No big surprises coming anytime soon.
I think I've kind of scared him a little bit with surprising him with certain things. So
Shell shock.
It's funny. So we started this individual design stuff. Like we went through it. People are like, you have to have classes or individual design. You can't have both. I'm like, well, why? And what it came down to, what I saw was, you can't have both if you don't have the space and you don't you don't have the messaging out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't say individual design is 100% the best thing ever. I can't say classes are 100% the best thing ever. They're both very good. It all depends on what your goal is or which direction you want to head. So like Mike, with your group classes, you like the atmosphere, you like the camaraderie, you like sharing a bar with somebody, you like, laying on the ground for 10 minutes after you're done with this 10 people next to you. Michelle is very goal oriented. She is 100% focused on her goals, laser focused, ready to go, and that's where she attacks. So I think with messaging the correct way, you can have both. You guys think both works in the same space, or is it a little too much?
Absolutely. I think it works really well, actually, because having the classes going while I'm doing the individualized, that sort of energy going on, it almost pushes me harder in my programming, watching the class, the energy that's going on with the class and whoever's coaching, pushing them. I almost feel that as I'm doing my workout, which pushes me even harder.
Right.
And I'm never shy to yell at Michelle while she's doing whatever she's doing to do more, go faster, heavier.
Maybe that's the problem. Like I never yell at Michelle.
I do.
Yeah, so maybe that's why she listens to me, because I never yell at her.
Well, you tell her and she listens. I yell at her, she yells back. I'm not necessarily looking for two-way communication at that point.
Awesome. So anything else, guys? How do you feel? This went pretty well, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything? Is there anything I'm missing about the gym that you guys would like to share or bring up?
I don't think so. I think we've really hit on all the key points of it.
Awesome.
I like when new members come in, because
Mike loves new members.
Yeah.
As soon as someone new comes in, he's right on them.
It's great. Like I have a whole sales like conversation, and I hate sales, by the way. I'm not good at it, but I have a conversation that I've built over the years that I have with people. But if Mike's there, I walk away.
I know.
First thing I do is introduce them to Mike, and I'm like, if he can't sell them, there's no way in hell I'm selling them. So.
Well, because it's interesting to, everybody has, some sort of story, or, it's just someone different. Right. And it's cool to, hear what brought them there, or see what they're looking for to, what's going to keep them there.
Yeah.
So I like, and I think we're really fortunate. We have a lot of great members.
We do.
It's just, that's those new conversations are always fun to have.
Yeah, it's interesting the variety of people we have in the gym too. We have
people
from all walks of life, all ages, all abilities, everything. It's really crazy how many different people can converge on one space and all perform and react and interact and be together throughout the day.
Yep.
There's no like someone said describe our community. It's like everybody.
Oh, it's such a hodgepodge mix, motley crew.
Yeah.
It's awesome. That's one of the greatest, parts about it.
Yeah. The only way to describe it is just people from all walks of life that want to better themselves. Like there's no real way to describe everybody as a bucket. There's no like, we're not really strong in the, the 20 to 30 group, or we have a lot of 45 to 50 group, or we have a lot of 38. We have people from kids class to 70 years old and everybody in between. We have people that are, hundreds of pounds overweight. We have people that are so skinny they would do anything to put on pounds. Like it's amazing the mix of people we have.
Yep.
Which makes it fun. I enjoy that.
I'm glad we have a lot of healthcare professionals, nurses.
We do.
If we ever need anybody, there's a good chance that somebody there can.
Oh yeah. So if anything ever happens during class, there's never a class without a nurse or a doctor in it. So
Right.
We're good.
Yep.
Yeah, it's awesome, and because Michelle is very accident prone. Luckily, we've had some doctors around when Michelle's been in class. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. We really pride ourselves on helping first responders and medical professionals out there. You, Mike, you're an officer, so we have a good number of police officers in the gym.
Yeah, I think about all the nurses that go to the gym. That right now everything they're going through, they're really the tip of the spear with what's going on with this virus and everything.
Oh, it's scary what they're going through. I mean, I talked to Amy, who's an individual client and a coach. Michelle, obviously, you guys are both very good friends and very close with Amy. Like that poor girl, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of them. There's so many. We have a bunch of ER doctors. We have 3, 4, 5 different ER doctors in different hospitals that are dealing with us, every day.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. So I'm almost speechless and tripping over my words trying to figure out how to describe what they're going through. I can't. I don't know what to say. Yeah,
it's different. Something that none of us have ever experienced in our lifetime. Hopefully, never will again.
No. I think things will change after this. I think society will change. How people interact with each other will change. I hope our facility and our group doesn't change, because I love it the way it's at. But we'll, like we always have, we will evolve, we will grow, we'll learn from it and move forward.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, guys, hang on one second. So we're gonna do a little thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate your time tonight. Don't jump off after we're done here.
Okay.
You're our first. We're gonna do more of these. I'm gonna try to get more members to talk to and give stories. Like, you guys have been here a long time. We're gonna try someone who's been here, 2 or 3 years, and then try to find someone that's new to jump on and share their experience so far. We have a lot of new people that, even through all this, are sticking with us through our online programming and everything else. So thank you very much for spending time with me tonight. I appreciate it.
I can't wait to get back there, get back to our routines, continue to put one step in front of the other and move on.
Awesome. Let's see here.